CAWIL.ai is an industry-agnostic artificial intelligence solution that provides AI-driven business solutions integrated to web, mobile application, and industry automation. Cherry Murillon is the founder and lead innovator at CAWIL.ai. So, hello Cherry! We're very honored to have you and CAWIL.ai dito sa Startup Podcast.
Yes, hi Johnny. I'm also honored actually. It's my first time to do a podcast. Usually, yung mga interview ko online din and YouTube and most of them kasi parang live din. So it's good to be part of your initiative. Yeah. So hi.
Of course, we're trying to explore the medium of podcast para then to reach more listeners and to engage conversations and to reach to bring out the world of startups and technology and AI. So let's start with ano nga ba ang CAWIL.ai?
Okay, ang CAWIL, specifically CAWIL.ai, our name is an acronym. So CAWIL is catch automation with integrated location. So that's you see catch automation with integrated location. Why? Because our first product was an AI to capture species of fish for traceability using camera.
Yes, it's very interesting. When I looked at the website of CAWIL.ai, so I saw actually the applications and the projects na nagawa na ng CAWIL.ai. Maybe we can talk more about that later, lalo na yung Fisherman's app. But let's start with what's like the core principle behind CAWIL.ai. So I just want to know lang muna, AI, artificial intelligence. So like maybe for you, what is the definition nga ba of AI?
So yes, disclaimer din kasi hindi naman ako into kumbaga my discipline is not into artificial intelligence. I have learned lang as I move along. So overall ang aming understanding sa artificial intelligence, it is teaching the machine to do an output actually. So halimbawa nag-camera ka, gumamit ka ng camera. Di ba pag ina-upload mo siya sa Facebook, ina-identify ka niya. Si Johnny yun. Or minsan nga, pag hindi ganun ka-accurate yung AI, iba yung pangalan na But then again, that's lagi ko yung example kasi parang mas madaling maintindihan na paano na-identify yung picture o yung camera na ikaw yun.
Yes.
So teaching the machine to decide for you.
Yeah.
Actually.
I think that's a very concise definition. Teaching the machine. It's very simple and it actually encompasses yung parang like two big parts ng AI. I think yung data analytics, yung learning side, and then yung automation side. And I think AI is also how you integrate. I think also that's what CAWIL.ai is mostly doing. So can we know ano yung like services aside from those the Fisherman's app nga? Parang how does CAWIL.ai may serve other or may offer solutions being industry agnostic nga. So can you just know more about it?
So medyo focus talaga kami sa AI. But then ito yung market na siguro sa Pilipinas hindi siya talaga natatouch. It's the IoT integration. Okay. So we're utilizing computer vision or camera and images including videos sa aming mga data para turuan yung system na mag-output. Like for example, yung latest namin milestone is having a corporate client more on automation sa kanilang medyo legacy business and transaction. So paano ba mangyayari yun lalo na sa COVID ngayon? So parang dati hindi sila makapag-collecta, di ba? So ngayon gagawa ka ng system mo para ma-coordinate sa mga tao, integrating it to mobile para magamit nila. So, yun yung pinaka namin sa Pilipinas kasi as we all know, we are not manufacturing kumbaga country. We are more on the consumer side. So people are really focused on the output lang sa kanila. So usually, that's why nga naging parang kami na naging namin yung mobile as our IoT device kasi yun yung marami ang Pilipino. Pero environmental talaga yung first namin. Like pwede nating actually we got a contract before monitoring ng mangroves. So yung may sensors na integration and all, but yeah, it's more on the CSR. Talagang it's a B2B business. So for us to really move into the parang industry ng masa, we need to have or integrate the mobile application. So anything mobile na kailangan yung even gusto mo nga lang kausapin yung sarili mo, you can do that. And recently, we have application on OCR na rin as requested din ng client. So yun.
Yeah, I think that's what makes CAWIL.ai a bit different because for this month, actually, I invited 6 AI startups. CAWIL.ai is kind of focusing on the CSR, on the environmental and sustainability movements. Pero let's go back a bit lang dun sa you mentioned IoT. So can we just know ano ba ang IoT and like ano ba yung how does it work? How does it happen? I mean, how do you integrate Internet of Things nga? How do you do it in CAWIL.ai?
So way back then, 2019, that's what I'm exploring in Singapore because I had a startup in Singapore. It's focused on IoT. But then again, you can't output IoT without even having a data and arranging the data according to what is needed, di ba? So, makikita natin sa Singapore, madaming talagang IoT dyan. One, yung pinakamabenta dyan sa Singapore is yung drones. Dito sa Pilipinas, laro lang yung drones, di ba? So, doon marami ng application. So, the IoT kasi, anything of a device that can be utilized using internet. So, halimbawa, gusto natin i-monitor, di ba meron na tayo si Alexa. Gusto natin i-monitor yung sa bahay natin, yung mga appliances natin, malaman natin kung ano yung simple application yung na tinitingnan natin, pero people doesn't even know na AI pala yun, di ba?
Yeah.
Sabi nila, si Alexa yun eh. Di ba? So, a very simple IoT, especially here in the Philippines, is our mobile devices.
Yes.
So next is tablet, tapos wearables. Yun yung mga common sa Pilipinas. But in other ASEAN countries, they're really a bit advanced in IoT. Madami na silang integration, even with the agri-tech side. That's what we're trying to really implement also in the Philippines yung integration sa mga agri-tech.
Yeah, I think that's interesting in different applications. In my understanding, I think IoT or Internet of Things. So internet nga, pero imbis na tao, yung mga nag-uusap-usap sa internet, mga machines. So yung mga machines, mga devices, they can collect data by themselves, may sensor sila. So maybe drones have cameras, they can get data and then they can tell the other machines, "Uy, ito yung nangyayari, ito yung state ito yung situation." Then they will also act based on that data. And then it goes on, parang si Alexa nga, maybe it can change the temperature. Maybe in agri-tech, I think those are really exciting applications. So I want to know naman about one of CAWIL.ai's projects nga, yung Fisherman app. Let's talk about that na. So how does it work ba? And can I also ask, paano siya nga nag-start yung project na ito?
Actually, baby ko yung Fisherman's app na yan 2019, I was contacted by USA na wala daw Philippine representative sa Oceans Hackathon. So, pwede ba daw mag-send ng It's because we are on the environmental side. So, sabi ko, ano naman yung i-hackathon namin? So, nagtanong-tanong ako sa mga kilala ko sa fisheries side. Tapos sabi niya, ang problema sa Pilipinas, traceability. So, paano natin gagawin yon? So, Vision AI talaga yung concentration ko even before. So sabi ko, okay, nung una, sabi ko, paano gagawin nga? Kasi Fisherman diba? So, in short, when we set namin siya as a web app, yung first attempt namin sa oceans, as a web app that identifies fish. So, you feed pre images na nakuha mo sa dagat to identify kung tama ba yung isda na fin-fish kasi di ba may mga protected areas tayo na hindi dapat mag-fish or hindi dapat huliin ng mga isda. So that's the main goal nung una. So sabi nila, para malaman natin yung mga species na binibenta na illegal. So, but then again, that was post-process, di ba? Kasi kinuha mo muna yung image, naibenta na yung isda or yung seafood species.
Yeah.
So, 2019, we kinda won 2 first prize for hackathon. Specific lang dun sa app na yun. Kasi yung second run namin, ginamit namin yung una para improve yung existing. And then we were called again by USA to join the Bali hackathon din. So, doon na namin introduce yung mobile.
Yeah, so
pero tested yung mobile sa Pilipinas, sa Mamburao. And Mamburao, Mindoro, and Sablayan, Mindoro Occidental. So, we tested that talaga, actual fishermen. So, we were kinda assisted by WWF. So, kaya siguro nakita nila na, viable siya talaga. So, the fishermen, kasi tamad silang I don't want to use the tamad term, but ayaw nila magsulat, ayaw nila mag-record. Yun yung mga problema. And ang problema sa Pilipinas, voluntary kasi ang traceability and not mandatory. Unlike sa other ASEAN countries, mandatory na ang traceability. That's why we got a restriction or kinda warning sa European Union na restricted tayo magpadala ng specific tuna if we don't comply sa electronic documentation nila. So, di ba, way back, early 2010, 2012, nagta-top 5 tayo sa export. But then again, with the warning of EU sa traceability dahil hindi tayo nagko-comply, we got the restriction na hindi tayo basta makakapag-export. So, di ba, may impact agad sa economy natin.
Okay.
And to think na up until now, voluntary pa rin ang traceability. So, doon, I was asked before, what do you care? But that is, as you say, is ang seafood is second natin na kinukonsume. So, yung sustainability side nandoon. And it's not the problem na kaya ko naman to bumili pa sa ibang lugar. Kasi pag nawala yung resource mo, wala na. Ito yung irreversible side ng ng environment, di ba?
Yes.
Pag naubos na sila, wala na, di ba? So, yun yung hindi nakikita ng mga tao. So, kaya nung time na yun, parang sa akin, 2 validation na yun . So, sabi ko, it's time to launch. That was end 2019. November 2019, ni-launch ko siya. And DTI was like, bakit iba yung pinopromote mo? Sabi ganun. Anyway, so yun yung kwento ng Fisherman.
Yes, but I agree. I really like it kasi I mean AI, it's time that we use AI for sustainability advocacies for preservation kasi I mean somehow with new technology nadadamage natin yung environment. Pero yes. I like this kind of innovations kasi we put it back, we recover it back. I mean what we damage. I'm also curious dun sa may drones na you mentioned earlier. So, CAWIL.ai also has drone analytics, drone IoT na integrated sa drones, and that was part of a grant or a project in Singapore. So can we just know more about that now?
Actually, it's part of my program before with Singapore, and meron din isang Singaporean drone company got interested to partner with us. So I met them in a conference in Singapore sa yung may ship and maritime kasi sa yearly conference sa Singapore. We were invited actually. We were part of the exhibitor there. Yun yung in-sponsoran ng TPI. So I met the team for Singaporean team doing drones. And it was really a nice opportunity for us. Kaya nga doon ko nakita na ang laki, hindi ka lang dito sa Pilipinas. If you are really looking at scaling overseas, this is something na sasabihin mo hindi ka pareho ng isa. Hindi kami 10 o 100 dito. Parang gano'n, 'di ba? So, nakilala ko siya doon sa conference ng 2019. And then he said na, okay, do you want to try test the partnership daw in a way that when they acquire clients, they will just avail yung aming service for mga inspection. So doon nag-start yung parang partnership namin. And it was really kasi yun nga, matitest mo yung market sa outside, which really validated also yung aming environmental application. So 2019 and early 2020, medyo may mga activities kami ngayon. But then COVID came, so medyo naglaylo. Pero yeah, we're reviving it this year again with that drone company. So yeah.
And
ang in-inspect namin ay mga ship and under yung mga docking area nila. So actually yan matataas yung maintenance niyan. At hindi siguro dito sa Pilipinas hindi sila masyadong aware doon, pero sa ibang bansa hindi ka pwedeng may classes ng mga ng mga ship or mga vessel. So ang Singapore, yung kanilang bay doon, hindi ka pwedeng mag-dock kung ang category mo ay C and above. So A, B, C lang sila. So ibig sabihin, magagandang mga at malalaking luxury vessel yung ina-accommodate nila. So yung mga nasa D side and all, actually meron akong, kaya gusto ko talagang i-focus yung AI ko doon kasi meron kaming naudlot na fundraising doon. So yeah, all I can say is the AI application, especially vision AI, is very broad. And right now, it is still unexplored as compared kung ang tinitingnan mo. Ang sikat lang naman na nag-vision AI, si Elon Musk Kasi ina-apply na yan sa kanyang mga autonomous vehicle, di ba? So, and he has his own AI team also, you scale. So, and to tingnan mo, number 1, di ba? So, I'm saying the market is not yet saturated and it will still grow as we move to Industry 5.0. So, yun.
Yeah, so one of the parang main na ginagamit pala ni CAWIL.ai is computer vision nga. I mean, using the eyes or using cameras to collect data.
Yes.
And speaking of COVID naman, I'm just curious, so meron ba kayong parang solutions maybe for COVID-19 response?
So, actually parang lahat ng foreign ginawa na to. Pero nung present din namin sa Australia Aid, they were really amazed na, okay, there's someone here in the Philippines doing this AI. So, we got yung COVID tracing, contact tracing. But it's more on camera for crowded areas. Basically, number of people at saka touch point yung aming data na kinukuha. So, yeah, di ba lahat na naman ng mall may mga CCTV camera.
Yes, true.
So, based dun sa capacity, sa laki ng lugar, and yun nga, yung mga touch point, kasi makikita mo kung saan sila pumapasok. But really, you're not taking personal data eh. You're just using cameras.
Yes.
You're just using number of people.
Yes.
What's more dangerous? Taking names and contact number, or just looking at the camera and telling that you are exceeding the capacity, or this person who entered this, di ba?
I see.
Kasi I see that I see that the public is focused on, kumukuha sila ng pangalan. Di ba? Hindi nila, okay, kumukuha mo yung pangalan. So, ano yung susunod? Bakit kumukuha ka ngayon ng pangalan? Hindi mo naman nakuha yung pag sinulat ba niya yung pangalan niya, makukuha mo yung temperature, hindi pa rin, di ba?
Yeah.
Gamitin mo pa rin ang sensors mo.
Yes.
But then again, yung pre-post namin, may kasama na siya. So, it's a whole package for the, and we kind of tested it in 2 malls in Quezon City nga. And we proposed also it in, parang sa PhilDev tried to match us with the Quezon City LGU, but ayun nga, meron na daw silang QR something. So they're kind of pushing back on a later budget. So yun yung kaya medyo hindi muna namin pinush yun. So yeah, yung history ng COVID product.
And it's actually true na yung cameras andun na, may CCTVs na yung mga malls, for example, na parang we just integrate into it, parang get the data, not really individual data, but like the broader, I mean the aggregate of the data, and then use it. Tsaka it can save nga, like hindi na kailangan ng tao na mag-measure ng temperature. Pwede na rin si camera, di ba? Yeah, I really think that's one of the parang how AI makes systems more efficient. Yeah, so now I think we've covered, what
so many of AI.
Yeah, so can we just know lang, personally, why AI? Maybe can you share a bit of your background and how did you get into the AI world and CAWIL.ai?
Yeah, so basically I'm a chemist by training. So, and yung history ko sa corporate is more on marketing and business development. But yun nga, yung napunta ako sa university, medyo naiba yung ang daming research. Pero ano yung end goal? Diba? Ano yung end goal? So, I was in a research more on the environmental risk reduction. Tapos, nagamit namin yung AI na yun on the mapping of the NIPAS or yung protected areas sa Pilipinas. And ang output din nun is yung mga images ng mga lugar kung gaano sila kalaki na yung mga protected areas. So, yun ay system na na-upload din sa Google Earth. So, ibig sabihin, kung gusto mong malaman kung Tubataha, gaano pa siya kalaki, makikita mo sa Google Earth, di ba? So, that inspired me. Kasi sabi ko, marami naman tayong nakikita na gano'n, pero may technology na pala na gano'n, hindi pa natin nag-utilize. So, yun nga yung na paano kaya? Kasi after this, saan mapupunta yung knowledge, di ba? So, yung first startup ko was focused more on that side, sa environmental and all. Pero ang sabi ko, people are, especially in the Philippines, they're not very much interested on computing ko yung gaano kalaki nito, saan ba to, di ba? They're more on yung talagang user.
Yes.
So, pero sayang, di ba? Sabi nga nila, ang Pilipinas, number 1 user ng social media, number 1,
actually,
high ang nila sa sa activity nila sa online.
Ang dami natin
data. Hindi nila alam na paano ito i-utilize. And one thing pala, Johnny, naalala ko, nag-survey kami somewhere in Romblon. Yung nirent namin na boat, ay fisherman siya. Parang ni-refer lang siya sa amin ng para kasi yun malaking bangka niya, tapos kabisado niya yung lugar. So siya yung nirent namin. So sabi, habang nagsa-survey kami, nanonood siya sa YouTube. Di ba? I mean, don't tell me yung fisherman hindi marunong gumamit ng technology, nanonood siya ng YouTube.
Very true.
Di ba?
Yeah.
So yun yung sabi ko, pag sinabi nila na hindi namin yan kasi hindi namin alam gamitin. Pero alam niyo po mag-cellphone, di ba?
Yeah, true. It's very true.
Hindi sila aware. So, i-maximize mo lang yun para sabihin mo na ma-utilize nila para sa kanilang benefit.
Yes.
Like for the fisherman, di ba? So, yun yung parang ko na kasi several times na nag-attend ako ng conference, sinasabi nila na Philippines daw is the least parang investable in AI. So sabi ko,
yeah, I have a lot of things to say about that. I want to say muna nun, I really like that story, like from the corporate to research and now to startups. Parang na-cover lahat ng mga different paths you can go to. But I like what you said na sa research, it's true, I think, na parang less of the application, more of theory, ganyan, less of application. Kaya nga andito yung mga startups now, AI startups especially, na parang to put that AI research into practice, into something that people use. And speaking of yung sa Fisherman, it's true. Siguro maybe like with the Fisherman's app nga, one of the things we should do now or we should be doing now is to make those apps usable really, na parang sobrang daling gamitin, na hindi sila malulula, hindi sila parang mako-confuse, and parang to let them know na it will benefit them in the long run, diba? So,
yes.
Speaking of that, I want to ask naman your opinion. Is the Philippines ready for AI, or with AI adoption, with IoT adoption, and everything, all of this technology? What do you think in the broader scale? Is the Philippines in line with the world with Industry 5.0? I just want to know your opinion.
Yes, because there's a lot of initiative already. There's awareness. Yeah. So if there's awareness, meron na. So yun na nga lang. We need to really expound more. And I think targeted din dapat. And I think yung initiative din ng mga, like the government has really opened up this unexplored side of technology. And for many application kasi hindi natin ito yung opinion ko, we keep on buying even manpower and skills, but then hindi natin alam meron dito. And it's about time na yung initiative ng government ay ma-apply sa Pilipinas. Yun yung I'm looking at the positive side kasi yun nga, like before sila yung ibang startup, parang yung growth din ng AI medyo mabagal, especially ng pandemic. But in other countries, yung pinaka-malaki, pinaka-boost na industry, yung AI. Kasi nga, na-utilize mo yung mga machines. No person-to-person contact, yung mga ganon. So, if you can do TikTok, then you know AI. Di ba? Yun eh. Siguro, kasi mahilig din yung Pilipinas sa buzzword eh. Maybe, pag sinabi mo na, nakapag-upload ka sa TikTok. Ito, mas madali ba sa TikTok, di ba? And yung sa amin, hindi siya internet data dependent kasi it works offline. Then, pag-gather ng data, you can do it offline. Then, pagka magta-transmit ka na sa mga stakeholders, like magsasubmit ka sa BIFAR and all, direkta mo na siyang i-send. So, doon lang siya nag-online. Doon lang yung kailangan mo ng data. So, we made sure na o yung connection hindi masyadong nagli-limit sa'yo.
Yes. True. Very true. Also, even yung internet connection parang somehow, although baka hindi pa ganun ka-complete yung infrastructure, pero somehow may internet connection naman na even, different parts of the country. And speaking of yun nga, yung AI na parang nalulula yung ibang tao sa term na AI, I think for now it's true. Pero yun nga, totoo, if you know TikTok, definitely you can know how to take part in those AI applications. Yeah, I think that's very true, and I think we should do something about it nga for the Philippines to be more digital and more AI. I mean, more into this technology. Yeah, I want to go back again sa I really like yung mission and vision ni CAWIL.ai. I think it's very powerful. So let me read it if I may. CAWIL.ai, or our mission, is to help humanities understand artificial intelligence. Our vision is to provide AI solutions to preserve biodiversity, livelihood, and environment, reliable and unbiased data analytics on demand. Our solutions address sustainable development goals, industry innovation and infrastructure, responsible consumption and production, and life below water. So first, I also want to ask why the SDG nga, and why this vision?
Kasi ito yung, as what you had said, it's the sustainable development goals. If we keep on consuming, tapos we don't know how to manage or replenish it, even with our jobs, that's why they're afraid to parang support AI. Kasi they're afraid na, nako, tatanggalin kami sa trabaho. Diba? But I will tell you, Johnny, ang first concept ko nung una kong nilaunch yung AI is yung magdi-data gather yung mga tao, and we will just process the data that they have gathered, no? But sa Pilipinas, hindi sila aware na may job na data gathering. Sa ibang Bangladesh, I will be specific on Bangladesh because sila dati yung pinaka-least na may anong tawag dito, internet knowledge or using mobile devices. But now they're number 5 in supplying data or manpower for data gathering, data processing. Number 5 na sila. Ang una ay India. So,
how about the Philippines? Do you know?
Actually, dun sa mention sa ano na yun, article, sa Southeast Asia, Vietnam, yung sa skill side, Vietnam, Bangladesh, and Malaysia, yung nag-adapt or nagkapag-adapt sa skill side, sa labor side. Kasi nga, siguro yung training-wise na kuha na nila agad. But then again, if you look at yung mga pumapasok sa BPO natin, ang focus nila ay customer service. Not on the data.
Okay. So BPO skills for data.
Oo. Kasi yung skills, ayun yung malakas talaga. Nagulat na rin ako eh. Yun din kasi yung sinusubaybayan ko na track ng AI, yung sa skill side. Kasi pag tayo naiwan, ano pa yung mangyayari doon sa nasa BPO side natin? Kasi pag nag-automation lahat, yung customer care, liliit. That's why yung, kung titingnan mo, di ba, upskilling sa job, nasa sustainable development goals.
Yes.
Siya.
Yes.
Pero, ano yung initiative natin? Ano yung role ng AI doon? Malaki. Environment, malaki din. Especially yung sa conservation. Kasi I was invited to talk to PAW, Oceans, AI for the Blue Planet. So, ang present ko yung Fisherman's AI namin. So, nagulat din sila na meron na nag-i-exist sa Philippines which is yun yung main nung conference na utilizing Vision AI for monitoring the fish stock, seafood stock, yung mga ganon. So as in yung mga big companies and even research, yung mga nakasabay ko doon, and makikita mo na talagang binubuhusan nila ng pansin yung pagtitrain at pagkagather ng data. So, yun yung problema din natin, pero sana mapagtuunan na. That's why, yun yung mission vision namin doon na buo. Kasi, if you look at it, everybody's selling, everybody's using Facebook as a platform. But it's more on consumer retail. Even with the fintech, most of our fintech are from outside talaga. It's not really homegrown. Yes, they have partners na Filipinos, but if you look at the overall composition, it's not really homegrown. So, kung titingnan mo, yung mga yon na talent, halo siya eh. Pero dito sa Pilipinas, para ma-retain mo yung manpower, skills, at hindi tayo magkaroon ng brain drain sa industry, kailangan mo silang turuan.
Yeah.
So yun yung spectrum nung bakit namin sinabi na helping humanities understand artificial intelligence. So yeah, yun.
Yeah. I agree na upskilling is very important even for sustainability kasi it wards off inequality. For equality siya kumbaga, more opportunities for people. So malaki actually yung effect niya, I think. Yeah, so speaking of this vision, so what's next naman for CAWIL.ai? Do you also have plans like teaching or education and making it integrated pa talaga, automated? I mean, what's just next maybe for CAWIL.ai?
Yeah, I'm happy to share, Johnny, that we're part of the international She Trades International parang initiative yung sa actually finalist kami sa Dubai Expo. So entry namin is yun na nga yung sinabi ko sa yung isang vision namin is for training and upskilling of focusing on women. So kasi yun din yung theme ng program nila. So paano ma-integrate yung mga women sa trends ngayon sa online and other opportunities, especially in the tech. So yun yung namin. So we're kind of launching a new platform for that.
I see.
And
Interesting.
it's part also of it's supported also by DTI. So we're targeting na talagang mas on a micro level na rin sa Pilipinas kasi nakikita namin na iba yung kung hindi talaga sila matuturuan, maubusan talaga tayo ng skilled people.
Yeah.
So yun, plus our initiative also with it's good may mga partners kaming school, we onboard interns. So we're kind of have a lot of interns, very specific sila na matuto sa AI. So yeah, we do that, and also we're launching the enhancement of the Fisherman's AI, which is under UST, yung Trace AI. It's with marketplace na siya. So
Wow.
Marketplace in a way na hindi siya local, it's for export. Kasi this addresses yung mga requirement to export. So if you have it online, you can easily send it and they can validate the data.
Amazing.
So yun yung namin coming up this year, and yeah, a lot of digital transformation tools. We are focused on that. Actually, I think I have sent na the newsletter on our focus right now is digital transformation for applications sa business. So yun yung namin goal this year kasi even though sabihin natin medyo nag-i-ease na siya with the COVID and all. Sobrang nahirapan na yung mga tao na mag-transact. 'Di ba? Pupunta ka sa maglalakad ka ng permit mo, pipili ka na naman ulit. Diba? Something like that. So, yun yung goal namin for this year, to really provide services on digital transformation.
Yeah. And I really like yung education part nga, or making humanities, or making the Philippines understand AI and artificial intelligence. Kasi it's either nga, brain drain tayo, mawala yung mga skills natin, or mahuli tayo. So, kailangan natin talagang to keep up with the world with regard to technology and with regard to ayun nga, digital transformation. Yeah, so thank you very much, Sherry. So, if our listeners just want to know more about...
It was really fun sharing this.
Yeah, so if they want to know more about
knowledge,
about CAWIL.ai, so can you just promote, how can they find more about CAWIL.ai, or what maybe you can plug or promote some, yeah.
So actually we have our LinkedIn, CAWIL.ai din siya, and Facebook page, CAWIL.ai, and pag tinype mo sa browser mo CAWIL.ai, una kami, so kami yon.
Yes.
We do AI products, so do keep in touch. And thank you, Johnny, for this opportunity talaga.
Yeah, and I really love CAWIL.ai kasi it's very unique na parang using AI nga for advocacy, equality, sustainability, and even women empowerment. So yeah, I really love what CAWIL.ai is doing. Thank you very much, Cherry, for this episode.
Thank you, Johnny. Yes. Thank you. Keep in touch. Bye-bye.
Keep in touch.
Take care. Take care sa Taiwan.
Thank you. Thank you very much to our 11 patrons. This episode is super powered by NutriCoach, the all-in-one productivity tool for dietitians and nutritionists, and Benjoy's Food Products, the home of premium bacon ends, tapa, and tocino. This episode is powered by ePlayment and Interleukin. Support us at www.patreon.com/startuppodcastph.